calling an audible here. Vinny's Juice coming up at 7:15.
There we go.
And I want to tell you the reason why we're calling an audible, but I can't.
We want to make sure the audible comes through.
I just want to make sure the audible comes through.
Yeah, I know. Kenny Dillingham was listening to our conversation, and he wanted to jump on and join us generally for his Friday hit, even though they are not playing this weekend. So we said, absolutely.
Look.
So Farrett's trying to track him down right now. Because yesterday, again, was kind of a microcosm of how far this program has advanced.
Yes, it was. And even on his bye week, the Sun Devils on the bye week, we're still joined by the head coach of ASU, Kenny Dillingham, who checks in on the Arizona Sports Line. Kenny, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing well. How was the bye week?
It was good. I mean, it was on the road recruiting right now, heading to a high school, so rock and rolling.
I thought it was kind of cool that you came in after that emotional victory last weekend and said, you know what, these guys have been grinding. They're so banged off. Just literally take a bye week and get out of here. I'm sure your players enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, those guys came in early in the week, and they got to do some, light lifting and running just to stay in shape. And then they got to get out of here Thursday afternoon and leave town for a little bit and go do what they want to do before they get back.
Sounds good. Kenny Dillingham joining us here on the Arizona Sports Line. Going back to the Iowa State win last week, and we had talked to you last Friday, Kenny, about being shorthanded and doing the things that you need to do to win a football game, and that shift that you had in the offensive game plan to be real quarterback run heavy with Jeff Sims. I felt like if there was a player anywhere in the country that needed a bye week after last week, it was Jeff Sims with the workload that he had and the physical punishment he took. Can you, a week later, just reflect on how proud you are of that performance from Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, so proud of Jeff. I mean, Jeff has started a lot of games in college football, and, he transferred here to compete for the starting job. Obviously, Sam Levitt's a phenomenal football player, and he didn't win it. And for him to come back and to stay in that role because he loves it here that much is just something that is such a cool thing in college football. And then for him to have that success, it's really just unbelievable.
When you are punching up, when you're faced with a big challenge or a shorthanded team, you've proven yourself to be a very dangerous coach to deal with. How did you get the team to believe that you could pull off what you did after losing two of your best players?
I mean, you got to fight. I mean, there's no way around. There's no way around it. Like, you got to be physical. You got to play with such a competitive level that you're going to win the game. You're going to find a way to win the game. We don't know how, but you're going to find a way to win it. And I think that was always the key, was finding a way to win it. And we said we were going to stop the run and run the ball, something we haven't done on both sides of the ball a lot this year, unfortunately, and we did it that week.
Talking with head coach Kenny Dillingham of the Arizona State Sun Devils here on Bickley and Marotta Mornings. Previous segment, we were having the discussion, Coach, about the story that Chris Cartman put out there yesterday about you announcing to the team or letting your team know in meetings, poking your head in last week and saying, hey, just so you know, I'm not going anywhere next year. Carry on. Take us through that whole thing and what made it feel necessary to do at this particular time.
I mean, this is, like I said, I've said this from the beginning, my next door neighbor's my sister. My parents live 3 doors down. My wife's parents live 5 doors down. My wife's as competitive of a person as you'll ever see. She's a person who wants to, win national championships. She's a person who wants to win. Like, she's competitive and she loves ball. I mean, we flew and just watched late last night and just watched, Bo Nix play in Denver, and then flew back so I could get back on the road recruiting. And so she's a person she's super competitive, and she wants to be able to compete and win national championships, win conference championships, just be in a position to win. So, but having the family support here and it's a really cool thing.
And it's also something that as you continue to ascend and as this program continues to ascend, this is going to be a recurring theme. Teams and other schools, you're going to be a guy in demand. Have you already kind of formulated a strategy on how to deal with these things, which are obviously signs that this program here in Tempe is going in the right direction?
I mean, to be honest, I don't worry about it at all. I know the things that I want. I know my goals. I know what's needed to achieve those things personally and professionally. So I don't really worry about anything but our players. Like I said, we had a bye week, and, Bo Nix plays on a Thursday night, and I had time, and we flew out there for 4 hours, watch his game, see him after the game, and come back. Like, those are the things that matter to me, are the relationships that you build along the way. And so I think for me, I just kind of keep my head down, try to do the best job I can for our players, because that's what this is all about.
All right, so you guys have put yourself in an interesting position here. You're already bowl eligible, which is really good with all the adversity you've dealt with. You still got an outside shot at the Big 12 title game, although there's a lot of things that would have to fall, and we talked about this exact same thing last year. Your short-term goals right now for your next game against West Virginia, what do you want your team locked in on?
Yeah, we got to come back and play physical football. Coach Rodriguez, his teams always play physical. They always fire off the ball. They can always establish a run. So we've got to be able to come back on Sunday night, come back Monday for practice, and then we've got to be able to get that physicality re-ramped up. That way we can go, win the line of scrimmage, because that's really what this is going to boil down to, is winning the line of scrimmage.
Kenny, we saw the post this week on social media that Sam Levitt put out there of the foot wrapped up, the ankle propped up, and talking about God's plan. And I'm not going to ask you for any, grand proclamation on the future of Sam Levitt right now, but there's been some speculation on the recovery time and what that might mean for Sam. But how is he doing? How much contact have you had with Sam since the surgery went down?
Yeah, I called him the day of the surgery, and I've spoken to him both days prior. Or I spoke to him on the phone on Wednesday. We exchanged text messages on Thursday, and so I think he's doing well. I mean, I think everything went good, which is great for him. Sam's an ultimate competitor. He's a good person. Family are good people. So, I'm rooting for him, and I know he'll have as speedy a recovery as you can have, because, he only knows how to work.
Yep. Well, Kenny, we appreciate the impromptu visit this week. Best of luck with the rest of the bye week, and we'll talk to you next Friday before West Virginia.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, joining us here.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.